Today we are going to talk about how to achieve an hourglass shape. Hey, my ladies, and welcome back to my channel, Brilliance Babes. Today we are going to talk about how to achieve an hourglass shape. This is a highly requested video, and I wanted to kind of break it down for you guys step by step, what you guys need to be doing, how you need to adjust your current regimen if you already have one, to build your physique in a very desirable way. Because if you guys aren't aware about the hourglass, or it's also called the Coke bottle shape, essentially where you have a smaller waistline and you have a frame where your hips kind of come out. And it just really accentuates your body and your assets in the ideal way. So if you're interested, make sure you keep watching. Hourglass shape, right? So essentially, a lot of you guys have been asking, how do I bring my waistline in, my stomach flatter? How do I make sure my midsection is snatched, but all at the same time make sure I grow a booty? Make sure I have some hips. So essentially, it is a method to the madness. It is something that's achievable, but is not always the easiest thing to go about. So essentially, what I do to bring my waistline in, anytime you want to lose your waistline, lose anything on your body, you have to be in a caloric deficit. And by caloric deficit, I mean you need to be eating less calories than your body expends. And that just means eating less calories than your body needs to burn. By doing your day-to-day activities, right? That's how you lose. And you can't spot reduce fat, meaning you can't just say, oh, I want a smaller waist, so let me target my waist and lose weight in my waist. That's not how it works. You have to lose weight in general. You have to lose weight, period. And then start seeing improvements here, and then start working on growing your assets. You can also do this simultaneously, right? And that's something I actually didn't do on my journey. And if you haven't checked out my video on my fitness journey from start to finish, I'll link it in the description. But I tell you all about how I just lost a lot of weight by doing a ton of cardio, losing a ton of fat, and under eating, instead of just getting into strength training, which is basically building muscle and simultaneously burning fat at the same time. And it's an awesome way to chisel your body and build your body at the same time. All right, so make sure you take note of that. You can burn fat and build muscle at the same time. And that's actually what I recommend by going that route, instead of just doing excessive cardio, treadmill, running outside, under eating, starving yourself. Obviously, I would never recommend those things. I would recommend getting into strength training and targeting those asset areas like the lower body by using resistance bands. You can ease your way into doing weight training and strength training through weight machines, which are a lot safer than just jumping straight into free weights. Which are the weights that the dumbbells you grab and using the barbell. So those are my recommendations. But there's really kind of almost a science. Your body is more of an illusion look that you're going for, right? When it comes to the Coke bottle shape, the hourglass shape. So what fitness models do, fitness influencers, fitness trainers, to achieve this look, essentially what you are doing, you are working on your upper body, as in your back. So you're going for a wider back look, right? And then that's going to give you an illusion of a smaller waist. It's also what you're doing is you are building your lower body assets, right? So you are growing your legs and glutes, right? By eating high protein diet and by doing glute focused workouts and going heavy on your legs and your glutes. And It's also going to help give you an illusion of a smaller waist. Now, me personally, I do use sweatbands and I use sweat cream, which I will grab for you guys right now. Ta-da! So, for me personally, and note that I'm saying me personally, and I know you guys see a lot of other models and a lot of other fitness trainers and influencers who use them as well, but there's also people who tend to try to build a stigma around sweat belts. I don't consider it a waist trainer, but I call it a sweat belt. This is actually my branded sweat belt by Brilliance. I wear this all the time. I swear by it, and it helps burn water weight and fat in your core and midsection. And I love it. And I know tons of bodybuilders, tons of trainers that do live by wearing sweat belts. I don't call them waist trainers because waist trainers are essentially more you wear for loungewear under clothes. This is to help perspire more in this specific area. And from the beginning of my journey, I've been wearing waist belts, sweat belts, and they've helped tremendously. So if anybody tells you otherwise, then that's their personal opinion, their personal account. But I've been wearing these for 10 years and I've seen awesome results from them, period. So don't argue with me, argue with your mammy. Anyways, I also use sweat cream as well, which also helps burn water weight here. It's going to help break down cellulite as well. And I use this under my sweat belt. And that's for me. This is more like a supplement. But that's essentially 2 tools that I use as well that I recommend. But like I said, you guys want to focus on building your back, all right, by doing back extra strength exercises, lat pull downs. You can do rows. I love to do those. And then of course doing glute focus workouts and working on your side glutes, right? By doing things like hip abductors. You can work on your glutes by doing hip thrusts, Bulgarian split squats. It's a ton of workouts, and they're all on my channel, so make sure you guys check out some of my past videos. I'll link some of them in the description below. Because y'all know my biggest focus is usually my lower body. But especially over the last several months, I've been focusing a lot more on my upper body. So when I say upper body, I mean my biceps, triceps, my back, and my shoulders. I don't do chest too much. I still don't do chest a whole lot. That's just me, you know, and I can only speak for myself. But I do focus on, like I said, shoulders, back, triceps, biceps to give myself a more toned look, which is beautiful on a woman. And ladies, stop thinking that you're going to get bulky. Stop thinking you're going to get cocky. You don't even have enough testosterone for that. You're not lifting heavy enough for that. So sis, you'll be good, okay? Don't worry about it. But yes, those are some of the things that I do personally. But yes, another thing that you'll need to do if you're trying to grow your lower body assets, you need to be eating adequately, right? Because in order to grow anything on your body, you need to eat. But as you can recall in the beginning of the video, I said you also need to eat in a calorie deficit if you want to bring your stomach in. And that's where the contrast comes in. So when I say eat more, you do need to be eating more, but you need to be eating more of the right things, right? So you need to be feeding your muscles. And by feeding your muscles, I mean drinking the adequate amount of water for starters. Because a lot of you guys don't drink enough H2O. You're depriving yourself. And this is a pivotal, vital piece of growing. This is a pivotal part of losing weight, growing muscle, gaining anything. You need to be drinking water. I drink 1 gallon a day. And that's what I suggest. And that's going to make sure you round off your muscles. You're feeding your muscles. You're replenishing all of that perspiring sweat that comes out of your body. In addition to that, you need to be eating in a higher protein diet, higher protein intake. So I drink 1 to 2 protein smoothies a day. I love peanut butter. I tend to, and I'm going to do an actual video on my diet, what I eat in a day, high protein options. But if you guys check out, I actually have a smoothie video, one of my high protein smoothie gains videos. I'll make sure I link it. But yes, you have to start feeding those muscles. Muscle recovery. Protein is the building block of muscles, ladies. So don't be scared of high protein. If you're not a meat eater, if you're vegetarian, if you're vegan, they have vegan options. I know women who are vegan and plant-based, and they have amazing natural physiques. Trust me, you can do it. I used to see vegan girls, and I was just like, how is her body this amazing? And she doesn't eat meat. It's the way to do it. You can. There's vegan proteins. There's tons of vegan options. This veganism is starting to grow in the Western world. So, yes. Make sure you guys do your research. But essentially the science, like I said, you need to be feeding those lower body assets. You need to be cutting out bullshit, alcohol, fried foods. A lot of y'all are overeating on your carbs and your sugars, and that's really just going to all the wrong places. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying cut them out entirely, because you want to have a healthy relationship with food. And you don't want to deprive yourself, but at the same time, if you're going for a physique and you have goals, then it just is that. Because I'll get trainers and fitness experts that come on like, oh, why are you telling them to cut this out, cut this out, cut that out? You need to have a healthy. If you want the body, you gotta work for it. So essentially, you gotta make sacrifices. That's what everything in life is a sacrifice if you want to get to the next level. If you want to see different results in your life, you have to do different things, right? Meaning you have to sacrifice and eliminate certain things, or maybe discount certain things, maybe start to take certain things out, or you need to add new things in. So I hate that whole term, oh, you don't need to be cutting this out. If you want the body, you're gonna have to. Have y'all ever seen bodybuilders or physique competitors, bikini models? If you want the body, then... and for me personally, I pretty much eat what I want. I'm in a more of a cutting phase now because I have a photo shoot coming up. And even when I do cut down and I really am mindful about what I eat and put in my body looks more amazing than it ever does. And that's kind of where I am now. And I'm very happy with my body right now. What you think? But in order to go those glutes, sis, you gotta eat. So I eat about 4 to 5 meals per day. Sometimes I don't eat enough as I should. Shame on me. But you gotta feed those muscles. You gotta make sure you're eating the right thing, cutting out the right things if you wanna keep this part flat and bring this waistline in. And you gotta work that back. Work that back, sis. Gotta work that back, right? Just like you working those glutes, gotta work that back, right? And that's going to give you that illusion of a smaller waist, a bigger butt, and that Coke bottle figure that everybody is working towards. But it is a natural way you can achieve it. But you got to work the right muscle groups, sis. Work the right muscle groups. And then you got to feed those muscle groups as well. So it is a all-encompassing process. And I hope this video kind of shed some light. But if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments. Let me know any videos that you guys want me to make. I will put them in the queue and get them out to you guys. But it's 2021, y'all. We coming for everything we deserve this year. We ain't taking no prisoners. We ain't taking no slack. And we're really just getting to it because we had plenty of time to take a breather last year. It really set a lot of us down. It set all of us down, essentially. And we had to maneuver and adjust accordingly. But this year, no excuses, right? So with that being said, I will let you guys go. Make sure you guys like and subscribe on this video. I love you guys so much and I appreciate all the support. If you guys are interested in this top, this is by Slim Fit, right? Yes, I love these. I actually have 2 of these. These are awesome to work out with. They're very cute, selfie approved, and they're awesome to work out in. Like I said, this is a brand out in Chicago. I will leave the link in the description below if you guys want to check her out and purchase. But I love it. This is the pink one. I have a gray one as well. This is fire, sis. Oh, fire. Yes. But with that being said, I'll let you guys go and I'll see you guys in the next video.